I'm gonna try something here. I did this backwards, guys. I did this backwards. Oh, I did that again. Messed that thing up. We try and recover from our mistake there. Could have actually played that out again. It's annoying. All right, that's annoying. There's no reason we should have won that. I made so many mistakes. Oh, okay. Well, GG's. All right, guys, welcome back to another one. I'm the Gold Standard, and today we are exploring another new leader from OP-10, Green Yellow Law. Now, this leader is highly underutilized right now, so if you are watching this video, I applaud the fact that you're even interested in him. I will say that he has a very high skill ceiling, and I will be the first to admit that I am not a master of this deck in any way, but I'm hoping this video helps you avoid some of the pitfalls that I fell into using this leader, and shows you that he's actually being slept on pretty heavily right now, because I do think that he is quite capable in this meta. So guys, if any of that sounds interesting, sit back, kick your feet up, and let's play some One Piece. Cool, so first things first, let's go over his leader ability and kind of the general strategy of what you're trying to do. So he is a 4-life 5k leader in the colors of green and yellow, who is Dawn ×1, activate main once per turn. If the total cost of your characters is 5 or more, you can return one of your characters to your hand, reveal the top of your life, and if that card is a Supernova type character with a cost of 5 or less, you can play it. So the key takeaways in this leader ability are that you first need to have a total cost of 5 with all your characters on the board. And so for instance, you can't just play like a searcher out, put a Dawn on your leader, bounce this back, and then try and play something from life, which would be awesome, but is just not the case. And then the second key takeaway is that he can only play 5 cost or less Supernovas. And so you'll see that we are playing a whole bunch of these 5-cost Supernovas, which I will go over here in a second, but he is maxed out at a 5-cost character. So typically what you're trying to do with this leader is you use some form of life manipulation, which is the archetype of yellow, to stack your life with 5-cost Supernovas, and then use your leader ability to cheat them in cheaply, basically for 1 Dawn, because that's how much your leader ability costs. So let's go over the 3 main parts of this deck so you know how they work together. And those are, as I previously mentioned, life manipulation, important Supernovas, and finally, searchers and consistency cards. So let's jump into it. So up first, we have life manipulation, which is the archetype of yellow. So first we have the leader, and this is the alternate art. I think it just looks super cool, so I included it. But we already talked about this in the fact that he is revealing life cards and putting him into play if they are a 5-cost Supernova or less. Up next, we have the new 7-cost 9k Trafalgar Law, and this card was literally designed for this deck because it reads, on play, reveal up to 1 Supernova type card from your hand, add it to the top of your life cards face down, and then give 1 rested Dawn card to your Supernova type leader. So you play him, you put something in life that's a 5-cost Supernova or less, you put 1 Dawn on your leader, and now you can cheat that same body in with your leader ability. And one thing that we've been seeing a lot of in One Piece right now are these big characters that can cheat in a second character. And so this is how this deck achieves that. So with this card, you're basically developing a 9k body and then whatever 5-cost Supernova that you actually put in from life, which is pretty sweet for only 7 Dawn. Up next, we have the new 3-cost 4000 power Jewelry Bonnie, who is a 1k counter. She's a blocker that reads, on play, you may add 1 card from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand, and then add up to 1 Supernova type character with a cost of 5 from your hand to the top of your life cards. So you play her, you take the top or bottom of your life, and then you put a 5-cost Supernova on top to replace it. And I will say that the one drawback to this card is that it has to be exactly a 5-cost, and I wish it just said 5-cost or less, because then you could actually use it with some of the other Supernovas, including herself if you had another one in hand. But she still is a good card because she develops a blocker and she allows you a way to cheat in a body with your leader ability. And then finally, last, we have the new 1-cost Beji, who is a 0-power 2k counter, but his on play is you may add 1 card from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand, and then add 1 Supernova type character from your hand to the top of your life cards. So he pretty much does the same thing as Bonnie here, except that you can put any Supernova into your life, which makes him, I would argue, much better. So these are your 4 main options for life manipulation, and how you juggle these is really the skill to this deck. Up next, let's talk about all the different important Supernovas that we're running in this deck that actually complement your leader ability and the cards we just previously talked about. So up first, we have the new 3-cost 5k Roronoa Zoro, who is, if you have less life than your opponent, this character gains Rush, and he has a trigger that says you may trash 1 card from your hand. If your leader has Supernovas type, play this card. So if you have less life than your opponent, this character gains Rush. That's a great ability. I do wish it was equal to or less life, because it does make it somewhat limiting, especially like later in the game when you're both at like 2 life or 1 life. But because you're a 4-life leader, there is a lot of the time where you are actually at less life than your opponent. And one really cool thing about this card is it actually complements nicely with this 5-cost 6k Trafalgar Law blocker, who reads, on play, you can return one character to your hand, play one character with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. If you have like a searcher down, for instance, and you play Law here, you can return that searcher to your hand, and still, if you have less life, get a rush attack in. So that's like one easy way you can use this card. Next, we have the 5-cost 6k Cavendish, who is a 1k counter, who reads, on play or when attacking, if your leader has Supernova type and you have no other Cavendishes on the field, set up to 2 Dawn cards as active. So when you play him, he's a 5-cost, and you immediately get 2 Dawn back. So really, he's a 3-cost character as long as there are no other Cavendishes on the field. And that's like a key stipulation to this card that I think a lot of people mess up with. We already talked about this blocker Law. Next up, we have the 5-cost 6k Restand Law, who is a 1k counter, and his ability reads, set up to one of your Supernova or Heart type rested characters with a cost of 5 or less as active. So you can play this guy off of your leader ability, and especially if you're using the 1-cost Capone that we just talked about, you can actually load him into life, put 1 Dawn on your leader, and then cheat this guy in, and now you can restand your own characters for basically 2 Dawn, which is insane. Also, if you couple it with Cavendish or something, every time you swing with Cavendish, you technically get 2 Dawn back. So if you swing with Cavendish, you'll get 2 Dawn back. You can use those 2 Dawn to put 1 on your leader and 1 to play Capone, load Law, and then use your leader ability to play Law from life, restand Cavendish, and then swing again, getting 2 more Dawn back. So lots of fun little combos with these guys. And then finally, we have the 5-cost 6k Jewelry Bonnie, who reads, on play, up to one of your opponent's rested character or Dawn cards will not become active during their opponent's next refresh phase. So she's just a good way to buy you time and also keep things frozen on the board if you want to maybe attack into it in the following turn or something like that. Because if you think about it, you could play your 7-cost Law, load her into life, freeze some big body that they have on the field, and then the following turn, you now have your 9k Law so that you could swing into that big body if you needed to. So guys, these are all the important Supernovas that we're playing in this deck. And as you can see, none of them are a 5-cost, and that's how you maximize using your leader ability. And then finally, last but not least, let's talk about the searchers and consistency options that we have in this deck, because it's super important to be able to find all the different pieces that you need in this deck. So first, we have the new 1-cost 2k Monkey D. Luffy searcher, who is a 1k counter that reads, on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal 1 Supernova other than Monkey D. Luffy and add it to your hand, and then bottom deck the rest. Next, we have the 1k 1000 power Bonnie, who is a 1k counter, and hers is activate main, rest a Dawn. You may rest this character, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Supernova type card, and add it to your hand, and then bottom deck the rest. So technically, the first time you use Bonnie, she actually costs 2 Dawn because you have to play her and then you use a second Dawn, which is why I actually think that this Luffy in this deck is a superior card, because you can use your leader ability to bounce it back and forth and just use it over and over and over again. And then finally, we are playing 2 copies of the 1-cost More Pizza event, who is main, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Supernova type card other than More Pizza and add it to your hand, and then bottom deck the rest. And this event's trigger is to draw 1 card. So in total, we are playing 10 search options in this deck, and that's because you really need to find things like your 7-cost Law or any of your 5-cost characters so that you can just keep replaying them. And then last but not least, we have the 2-cost 2000 power Killer, who is a 1k counter, and he is a blocker, but when you put 1 Dawn on him on block, if you have 3 or more characters, you can draw 1 card. And honestly, I mess up the 3 or more characters thing all the time because I try and get that card draw really early, and then I just end up blocking with 1 Dawn on him. So don't make that same mistake, guys. But yeah, these are all the different ways that you can draw cards in this deck and find the cards that you need. So those are the 3 main components of this deck. Now let's go through the different lines of play so you can see how they all work together. And I will preface this by saying that there isn't exactly ideal lines of play because there are so many different options for this deck. And so I'll give you a few different ideas for what you could possibly achieve. So at first, let's go through the odd curve because it's a little more straightforward and you'll see the different options that you have for play. First, on turn 1, you have 1 Dawn, and so you can play either one of your searchers. Like I said, I prefer Luffy because you get the search as soon as you play him, and so you don't have to wait until the following turn to use the search option like you do with the Bonnie searcher. Turn 2, you can either set up your killer blocker for later, or you can play the 3-cost blocker Bonnie here, and what you can do with her is you can load a 5-cost character into life, and then if you can protect that 1 life card on your opponent's turn when they're attacking in, on turn 3, when you're at 5 Dawn, you can play Cavendish and get the 2 Dawn back from his ability, put 1 on your leader, use your leader ability, return one of these searchers, and then cheat in the 5 cost that you've played off of Bonnie. And so now on turn 3 for 5 Dawn, you've actually played 2 5 costs. And if you use it to play something like this blocker law, you could technically bounce this Bonnie back and put your 3 cost Zoro in and attack again. And now on one turn, you've developed 2 6k bodies and potentially another 5k body, which is pretty sweet. And part of why I think people are actually sleeping on this deck. And then finally at 7 Dawn, this is the alternate art for the 7 cost law, which I just think looks so good. But you play this, you load another 5 cost into life. I'm using this Cavendish as like a placeholder for any of your 5 costs or less. Use your leader ability, return something to hand, and then you can play another 5 cost. And then from basically 7 Dawn on, you're trying to just recycle these 7 cost laws. And so if you have more searchers, you can just keep playing them and bouncing them back to find more of them, as well as other 5 cost characters to load into life. So that is the sort of ideal odd curve. And you can see that there's a lot of flexibility for options depending on what you need this deck to do. Up next, let's take a look at the even curve. But guys, before that, if you are getting any value out of this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. And guys, if you are looking for other ways to support the channel and already planning on buying cards, I do have a TCG player link in the description of all of my videos, and it gives me a small percentage of whatever you purchase. Currently, we are sitting at like $65 in the account, and my plan is that once this hits 100 to use it to buy a box of whatever the newest set is and give it away on the channel. So guys, if you use the code, great. If not, no worries. I already appreciate all the support you're showing just by watching the video. Now let's get back into it. Cool, so the even curve is very similar to the odd curve, except that you guessed it, you have 1 extra Dawn to work with. But I will say that 1 extra Dawn affords some interesting different play lines. So up first on turn 1, you can play either one of your searchers or both. And if you do actually have both in hand, it sets you up for turn 2 to be able to actually activate your leader ability, because what you can do is you can drop your 3 cost Bonnie in, use her to take your top life and load one of your 5 costs, and then use the other Dawn to put onto your leader ability. And now you have a total of 5 cost on the field because you have your 3 cost Bonnie and both your 1 cost searchers. So you can actually activate your leader ability and cheat in a 5 cost on turn 2, which is pretty cool. If you don't have that combo in hand, you can also just drop the 4 cost 5000 power Basil Hawkins, who is a 1k counter that reads on KO, trash up to one of your opponent's life cards. So this card I think is really good because it deters them from wanting to KO him. So for instance, if you're playing into like Blackbeard or somebody, they have to use that liberation card to remove him to negate his ability. Otherwise, you just keep getting free swings with this character. Next up, we're on turn 3 and you're at 6 Dawn, and you can do something similar to what you did in the odd curve, which is if you did use Bonnie and you loaded something into your life, but you didn't actually activate leader ability, you can actually do it this turn because you get the 1 extra Dawn, so you can just put it on your leader, bring in that 5 cost or whatever it is that you've loaded in life, and then play another 5 cost. Alternatively, you can just play like your blocker law, bounce back one of your searchers, play a 3 cost character like the Zoro, and then play your 1 cost searcher again. Or you can just play Cavendish down raw for the basically 3 Dawn because you get the 2 Dawn back, and then just use the 3 Dawn to play something else like more searchers or something like that, or to activate your leader ability if you've actually used Bonnie to load something into life. So turn 3 really has a lot of options based on your board state or what you're trying to do. And so turn 4, you're at 8 Dawn, and this is where you start just chaining your 7 cost laws back to back and loading just important supernovas into your life to cheat out with your leader ability. So you see that it's not necessarily an ideal curve because there isn't like one card that you should play every single turn. It's really just state dependent. And I think that that flexibility is actually what makes this deck good because you have ways to respond to what's happening on the board. It's not just a one-track deck that doesn't take any thought. Cool guys, that's all I've got for Green Yellow Law here. I really do hope this helps, and I hope I see a lot more of you guys playing it because I do think this deck is highly slept on, and I do think it makes you a better player just having to calculate all these different combo options. And for all of you current Green Yellow Law players, please let me know what you guys are playing in your decks. I'd love to hear about it in the comments and see what different tech options you guys are using and changes that I would make to this deck. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and let's get into some gameplay. All right, so we are in it with a Shanks here. Let's see what we can cook up. I mean, these are good. These are very good because then we can just start doing our thing. I'm gonna try this out. So he took first from us, which is, it is what it is. All right, let's go here. I guess we have to search because I'm gonna play this next. We get him down. I guess I could use this. I mean, we get a lot of life gain this turn. I'm gonna need to keep my searcher because of that. Yeah, so let's go here. Because what we'll do is we'll go 5-5 this next turn. I'm gonna have to take this first one, which is sad, but yeah, we'll use this for sure. Yeah, so we'll use that, and that allows us to do 3 attacks this next turn. This thing's annoying because on their turn, it's just gonna clear our board, but whatever. Whatever. Let's see what he does. Anytime you want to end that turn, my friend. All right. Okay, so we go, what, 5? I mean, technically we could... We'll search first. We can search first, because if we can pull that Bonnie... None of this is what we want right now. I'd rather have this, because I can keep bouncing it back. Okay. Let's go 5-5-5, I guess. Yeah, that's all we can do here. Let's go 5. We'll go 5 again. And we'll go 5 again. So next turn we're at 6. So if we save these on the board, we can start bouncing them back with Law. And that could be fun because we can like do this thing like search, bounce, like search, yeah, bounce. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what he does. And then the following turn, we can just start, you know, popping these down and potentially even recycling these again, honestly. We'll see. This guy's not bad right now either. It's a 5-on-1. I kind of don't want to give him that because I want to use those. But Basil here is not... Like, we need the Searcher. Yeah, you can get one of them. You can have one of them. Ah, okay. 7. Okay, you can have them both. That's fine. I see what you've done here. So let's go here. We'll search again. The restand law isn't terrible. This is not bad either. It's just that it's a 2K. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Let's take this guy. We'll go here. Now we can grab one of these. Let's go ahead. Take one of those. We got to clear this thing off the board because he's a menace. Yeah, we'll go here. Take the top life. Man, not what we wanted to see there. Let's go 8-on-6. We'll use this. Let's return this to hand. Oh, I don't have 5 down. Dang it. Never mind. Never mind, friends. Yep, you can have that. We did not have enough counter for this. I would have liked to keep one of those 3 costs. Yeah, you can have that. It's fine. So what's he play? A Beckman and KOs one of these things? God. Chopper blocker. None of these are good. None of this is good. So we'll go here. We'll put this into play. We'll put this down on him. I mean, I should play a Searcher again, but I just don't know if I need to. I can put her down. Yeah, let's return this. Pop this down. I'll get this 2K back. We'll put this in. We'll search again. This could help us a lot here. Yeah. And then let's go 7 into this. Okay. Okie dokie. He's at 9, so I can do the thing where I freeze Dawn this next turn. I have a Shanks so that I can like KO a Shanks if he does play one. We've got our girl Bonnie, so we can do some more blocking. I don't know. We'll see. We're kind of in a sort of a tough position. Yep. Checks out. Checks out. 1. I kind of need that blocker. I could use the searcher too. We'll get rid of her because I can kind of bounce him if I need to. Okay, so we're coming up on 10 next turn. There's a chance that he could Rayleigh, or not Rayleigh, Red Hawk, our boy here. So I don't necessarily want to do that. So we'll do this again. Let me think. Let's go 9. Actually, let's do this first because otherwise I'm going to get potentially Red Hawked and I'll lose my thing that I bounce back. We'll put this in life. We'll put this on this. Let's go here. We'll return this, play this, freeze a Dawn. I need to search again. This blocker is probably the one we need. Ooh, I could also use this Zoro because I can restand it. But I think, nah, we go blocker here. And then we go, let me think, we go 9. Yeah, we go 8, 9 here. Go 8, 9. What trigger did you trigger, friend? Oh, nothing, I guess. Okay. So we'll see what he does this next turn. I mean, if he attacks into our Law here, that'd be kind of ideal because, yeah, he does Red Hawk, that guy. That's why I didn't do that earlier, guys, because I had a feeling he was just going to Red Hawk the one thing that I could return and potentially draw with again. So he is stuck at 9, which is nice because he can't play his Shanks. But he can also just attack a bunch of times, heavily. Otama, okay. So he's going to get rid of this guy and probably attack into this one. Oh, wow, he just waste of Dawn. I don't know. That's just me, though. Well, obviously both of these, but... So we block this. Is Cavendish going to be useful for us now? I don't think so. It would have been fun if he was down already, but he was not. Okay, so we got to take this 9. Okay, well, we get Cav again. Okay, let's see. I mean, he plays Shanks next turn for sure. The thing is, I could potentially figure out a way to load this into life. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. So let's go... Let's see, how do we want to do this? Because I've got 9. It seems like too much to... We can blocker, put this in life, get another blocker down. Let's try and clear this Beckman real quick first. Okay, so he does block that, which is cool. So I could put this down, put this in life, return this to hand, play this out, and then maybe just drop this. Let me think about that. Let's drop Cav first. Yeah, we'll drop Cav first. We'll drop this. Take my top life. No, that was such a good life. Oh, no. Oh, man. Well, now we have to go here. We put the 1 on here. We'll try and clear this guy for sure. So... Let's get, let me think, because we can go 1, we get this back, we put this into play, and then, but then we're at 0 life. We'll try it. We'll see what we can do here. Let's go 9. 9 on 7. And then let's go here. We'll return this bad boy to our hand. We'll pop this in. I kind of think we return, I guess, this to hand. Yeah, we'll return this. We'll drop this and end the turn. So if he has a Roger, we're cooked. Having this as my last life was heartbreaking. Definitely just block that. So he's probably just going to play Shanks here, I'm assuming. Yeah, he just plays Shanks. Cool. And we just give him a blocker. I mean, there is also a world here where we just Shanks his Shanks. And yeah, I think let's try that. Let's go 6 at life. Okay, we get a 2K. We'll go Shanks. KO his Shanks. We'll go another 6 at life. And do we go 9 again? I think we have to go 9 here. Yeah, we'll just go 9. Let's go 9. Hopefully he doesn't draw a Roger. Or trigger a body. If he triggers a body, that'd be bad. Or a KO event. I mean, he triggers Red Hawk, but I wasn't going to attack with this guy anyway, so I'm fine with that. That was a total waste of a Red Hawk trigger. I would have saved that if I was him. Like, if he has some way to KO this and swing, like some kind of rush thing, I don't know. That'd be tough. It's a tall order. Because the other thing is next turn, I'm going to play this down, and I can use this guy twice and just swing out with him so aggressively. And both of these and my leader, like, and blocker. So we'll see. We'll see what he's cooking. Like, if he puts down a bunch of blockers right now, that could be a problem, but I mean, it could be a problem. So he's going to Beckman, I'm assuming, because he's saving 7 Dawn. So he's probably going to swing into this and Beckman this or something like that. Goes 8 at life here. Yeah, we definitely don't block this. We'll trash one of these, and I'll trash this. And then he Beckman's probably Cavendish here. If I was him, that's what I would Beckman. Okay, yeah, Beckman's Cav. Makes sense. Makes the most sense. Okay, so let me think, because we can just swing out. If I save 5, I can put... So let's go, like... Let's go 7, 9. I can go 7, 9, 9, 9, 11. That seems good. Let's try it out. Save 5. Yeah, we go 9 here. I mean, we don't even need to. We don't even need the restand, honestly. Yeah, GG's. GG's. GG. Man, that was fun. That was crazy. I mean, honestly, if he would have had a Gold D Roger, we would have been cooked. But good game. Good game. GG's. All right, so we're in it with a Blackbeard. I'm going to take second from them. This actually could be very good for us. I'm going to keep this. Because we've got a turn 2 play. We've got some search. These are just direct removal of life. Otherwise, they have to, like, you know, do the event. What is it? Not the black hole. The one that nullifies the abilities. So I'll take it. That's a good opening hand. We'll see what we can cook here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll search. I think we just have to get another searcher here because this guy is not useful right now. Yeah. Drop this in. And the turn. I guess I'm playing in the, like, in a French. How did I switch my thing to French? Do we take this one? I'll take the first one. Why not? Do I want to draw? Not especially. No. I'd rather search with that later. All right, so they are getting the full lead. Pitching. Maybe I'm black hold this round. I'm not black hold yet. It's interesting. That is interesting. Because I could just double search here. And then we can put this in next turn. But it'd be nice to get 2 of those. Really? He's going to protect that? I mean, okay. I kind of feel like that's a waste of a card, but, you know, that's just me. Let's get rid of it. Either way. He's really trying to protect his life, so I'm kind of... Yeah, we'll go here. And we'll end the turn. Because this will be a big pain in the butt for him. When did I switch to French accidentally? That's funny. He's going to attack this. This isn't even like a reusable searcher. But all right. I'll take it. Cool, Vasco. I mean, and he still doesn't black hole us, which is cool with me. Because then we can put this in. I can use this. We can draw. I mean, if he's not freezing us, blocker would be good. I mean, this is a big body. Let's go here. I'm gonna search again anyway. It's probably got to be Cav, unfortunately, even though we already have one in. Right. I mean, I could grab another searcher, but he's probably gonna. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna take the blocker actually because we will need blockers soon. I have a feeling. Okay, just takes that. He's getting his cards going. Cool with me. So we're at 8 next turn. Depending on what he does, I might drop this maybe into one of these, like using this. Hopefully he clears Basil Hawkins here, or tries to. Nope, goes after the searcher. Alas. Lafitte, sounds good to me. KO's the old Cavendish there with... Okay, now we're getting black hold. Okay. Reasonable time to get black hold, I guess. That Cavendish would have been a nice play right now. I mean, honestly, I can just put a big body in here, though. We're at 8. Because I have so many other things. Like, I have these. I have blockers. I think we just get a big body down. Let's go 6. Takes that, which checks out. And I'll just put this guy in. We'll call it a day there. I think next turn we'll probably put in... I mean, it would be nice to put Shanks down. Ooh, he does use the Liberation on us. That's the exact card I was talking about. That's the only thing that can remove it right now. But his hand is so small right now that I'm not like... Like, I think what I'm going to do is just go wide on this next turn and go here into this. Maybe something like this if he doesn't black hole us. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just get a big board going. I mean, I give him 1 here for sure. It's sad to use a blocker, but sure. What's he play for 5? A Kuzan or something? Maybe a... Yeah, Kuzan. And nothing. And he doesn't black hole us, guys. That, my friends, is good. I think he messed up there. because now I can put in, I can put in him, I can put in him, or I can put in him and him actually is what I think I'll do. So let's see, let's go here first. We'll add this to our life. I'm gonna put this down, but not use the on play, and then just return it to hand. Do I need anything with 3? Probably not. I can probably just go. Let's go 8. I'm gonna do this at the end because I don't want to trigger anything. Okay, yeah, not black holing us there was kind of a little bit of a. I'm not gonna do that. We'll do this. Return this, play this, and end our turn. Okay, he's searching. I'm assuming he's trying to drum up a 10 drop here. That's the only thing that makes sense. It'd be really funny if he doesn't black hole us again, because I can attack. He could potentially block with a 10 drop, and then I could Shanks it if he doesn't black hole us. I mean, his hand is so small that like he has to black hole us, like, but he might be kind of nervous, you know? Maybe a little bit of that. The nerves are getting him. I'll take that. Ooh, trash a card to play this one out. I think we absolutely do that. I'll get rid of this guy. Because both of these, like, if he doesn't black hole us, we gain life, or we can KO something. Like, both of those are useful. And, yeah. Like, I'm not sacking those right now. Cool, Vasco. Yep, black hole. Let's see if he black holes us, though. That could be huge. He does black hole us. Dang. That's all right. We get 2 blockers down right here. So we go here, and like he's kind of chalked. So he's got 2 blockers. I've got 3 attackers. So I guess we go like 6. Let's go 6. We'll go 6. Let's go 5 here. I'll go 6 again. Yeah, I mean, this guy's hand is chalked. He's got to sack one of these blockers right here. Okay, doesn't, but all right. I'm not even going to bother attacking with him. Let's drop in this guy. And I guess we'll drop her in over Zoro there. And end our turn. So he can play another 10 drop, sure. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't necessarily have the counter to. I mean, we'll see. Also, if he does play a 10 drop, we can attack very tall and force him to block out and lose, you know, Blackbeards or something like that. We'll just have to see what he does here. He's thinking, so I don't know. I don't see him necessarily grabbing. Well, we'll see. He's thinking. Okay. So he is just putting 1 on. So he's not playing another teach. Do we block this? I feel like we just take this. Yeah, I mean, I'll block it. I'll block this one. Just because if he has some kind of way to get rid of, you know, nullify this ability or get rid of it, I mean, there is a chance that he could, yeah, see, like something like that. Oh, he's just pitching that. Never mind. I thought he played that to KO like one of these or something. All right. We'll see what he's cooking here. I really want to Shanks a Blackbeard one of these days. Like, if he just doesn't black hole us and we attack for 5 and he uses it to block, like, I just think that'd be so entertaining. I mean, he's thinking hard here. Yeah, okay. Finger Gun's our blocker. I'm assuming he's... Oh, he's just going to attack? All right. That's kind of why I blocked that first one, because there is like... Yeah, see? Cool. I mean, there's nothing you can do here. GG. GG's, friend. GG's. That should have been a 9, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. GG's. That's a weird Burgess to run. Anyway, that was fun. That was fun. I mean, that's the thing with Blackbeards is if you just get kind of like a really wide board and you just keep playing cards and you get the cards out of their hand, you can kind of do well. All right, GG's, GG's. All right, we are in it with an Usopp, so I'm going to take first from them to throw them off curve a little bit. We've got this. Actually, this is good too. We've got one searcher. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this. We've got some stuff that we can cook here with. Yes, we'll go here. End the turn. Okay, they get their search down. Okay, so we can search. We can do a double search here, which could be good. Well, we'll definitely double search. Oh, that is so unfortunate. There's so many things in here I want. The problem is I do want this, but we have no 5 drops. So I feel like this might be better. This is even really good into Usopp because he can't remove it with Zoro. So I might take this, actually. Yeah, we'll do that because I can dig up some more stuff. Take Cav here for sure. We'll go 6. Attack. And then I'm going to reveal the top of my life because if it's a 5 cost, I can return this to hand. And if it's not, then we both know what it is. And it's not that big a deal. Okay, he takes that. Oh, never mind. Okay. End of turn. Yeah, we're not at 5 costs. I keep forgetting that that's the game. So he does get his stage. This is going to be less useful for us now. Because he is a 4-life leader also. Yeah, we take that. Okay, so now we have tons of stuff we can do here. Because I can load something into life like Cavendish, which could be good. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Because I can drop this. We'll put Cavendish in life. I'll use leader ability. Or wait, we'll put this down. Use this. Load this into leader ability with one of these. Probably this one. Maybe freeze a Dawn or something on his side. That could be good. Let's see. So we drop Cav here. We put 2 on leader. Well, we put the 1 on leader. We can load something. I mean, we can develop a board pretty quickly if we do it this way. So let's go 6. I could always put Basil in, and that draws out one of the Zoros. I think that might be the move here, actually. Yeah. So let's go here. We'll take the top of our life. We will put this one in here. We'll use his ability, and we'll drop this, and then we'll end the turn. Because next turn I can start playing my leader or my blockers. We're actually at 7, so I can use this into like this. Recall our 2K counter. Like this thing's gonna sit there and be a problem for him because he's not gonna want to remove it. He could return it to hand with Kyros though. Probably swing with Cavendish next time so I can get some Dawn back and use another searcher. Okay, so he's gonna 2-cost Toy Soldier. So he's gonna get rid of Cavendish here, which is smart. That's the one he should get rid of. And swing for 5, which 100% we cannot give him. Okay, so he's at 7. So he'll be at 8 next turn. I mean, I could freeze a Dawn, and I mean, he still has 7 for the Rebecca Kyros play, but then he can't play like another Toy Soldier or something like that to return this to my hand. So I think that's what we'll do here. So let's go 5 first. Okay, drop this down. We'll load. I mean, we pretty much have to load this. Conversely, I could load this and drop this into play. I mean, it builds a bigger board, but I have to return a bunch of stuff to hand. So no, we'll go Bonnie here. We'll put this on him. We will go, yeah, we'll go 6 again. He's probably just gonna block and draw the card. He takes that. That's crazy, guys. That is nuts. That's absolutely nuts. And we'll end the turn. So he will be at 7, but you know, he can't combo anything to get rid of these, so I'll take it. Ooh, just red rocks us. That's good on his part. I mean, I'll take it. Yes, sir. Trash that life. I mean, he has to play blockers now. Yeah, he's searching. Now he's cooked. Absolutely cooked. Because we also have this, so I can load this into life with this. And we can just do a bunch of big swings. Yeah, as long as I save 1 Dawn up. Yeah, GG's, GG's. I mean, he was totally chalked there. Didn't even make it to 10 Dawn. Crazy. Well, GG's, GG's.